All right. So another one that we will be going over is double check that this is working. Yes. Okay. So the other one that we're going to go over is sagreras Leccion 81. This one has D minor in it. So D minor shape. I'm looking at the last chord, and measure 1 has an F, D, A. And then in measure 2, it has this, which is really an A7. Okay, so those of you that are having, if you want to, this is what I do all the time. Like I'll record, if I was going to tell you the chord progression, it goes D minor, A7, goes to A, still an A7, and then to D minor. So you could have fun with it and record a track of just 4 measures. Switch back and forth. Oops. Forth between the two. It's really good. Those 5, 2. You want that bass ringing through the entire thing. Then the next measure, it goes to still a D minor for the or like an A minor to a D7. So I say A minor right here because it has A and C, and then you have that G to D7. If you guys remember from Prelude in G major. But then it has that. So you still have your D7, your triangle, and what is that? Measure 5. And then my favorite, you have, and we did talk about this this bar when we did this. Or some people's favorites. So you have that. But yes, so in this bar, you're holding the 4. You have to read it real closely, and if you have it on the screen, it's easier because you zoom in. Not, you're going to have to just blow it up. So you have a G on the 5th fret of the 4th string. So I'm putting my 3rd finger there, and then I bar these other strings. And looking at this piece, when it has that A chord, they call it half bar, media, ceja, whatever. It's all the same thing. It's a bar. So you put your 1st finger on there. And on this particular one that we're looking on, measure 5, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 6. I can't count. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So you're barring 3 strings. That's why it says half of your guitar. So 6. And then you have this. Then you have to do this with extending the pinky out. But if you look at the pinky is like, it's kind of like, the way I think of the pinky, it's like when you go to picture day, there's school, and then they tell you, all right, put your head down, and you're like, to the side. So you have your pinky. It's not perfectly on there. Like, it's on the side, and I don't know if you could see this, but like that marking on the pinky is like right on this side. So again, let's see. And then you release it to do the bar, but you do not release this third finger. Now when you approach this third finger is going to do, we can see that it's straight. We actually want this joint right here to bend and go like so, but this finger is going to go straight, which is kind of weird. Okay, some people were saying you have to be double jointed. It's not double jointed, it's just really exercising and flexing these joints right here. So if you're doing this, again, bar on the 3rd fret of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, and then right here. Now, a bunch of us do this. And we say that's good enough. But you should try straightening it out. It looks a little weird because your finger's flattened. Okay. But don't do it with your pinky back here because you have to use your pinky. And then this is where your pinky is actually against you. If it's too long, then you're actually scraping the fretboard. I'm overthinking it now. But that's measure 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So. And this is like just typical bar, half bar, and then it means one finger is always on the 4th string. And it's going to be a whole step if you look at it. So if I'm right here on this is on the 3rd fret, but this is on the 5th fret. So remember, 3 to 4 is a half step, but 3 to 5 is a whole step. So you can do this anywhere. And again, you could do the this last one's always weird because that's a bar, and then that's not in this piece. So I think I explained. Yes. So this is. You have a G minor in here, and then back to a D minor, and then so you go from D minor. Your first finger is going to go over 2 strings, 1, 2. Pinky's not doing anything. You kind of want to have it hovering above the strings of. And then this one has an A7 chord, and it's a roll. And we said it was like a strum, and a strum and a roll can sometimes be interchangeable. So a strum, if you want it all just that one attack, but if you want, it's not soft. If you want to arpeggiate it, it's what it really is, a fast arpeggio. Gives it a nice decoration and a nice ornamentation to it. So if you might practice going D minor, and then to this, and then to this. So just going. I'll get it. So that is an E7 with G sharp being your bass, or over G sharp. So you have. Okay. So again, I would practice this D minor. It says 3, 4, or it says 1, 3, 2. Practice that fingering because you need to use that G sharp for down here. And practice going. Take it off. Oh, okay. So I did rhythm in between there just to keep it going from longer. Going to it was keeping me busy, keeping me away from just staying right here. The further your hand is from the guitar, you're more able to miss the actual the notes. So we're having to work twice as hard. Just doing that. Now I'm trying to make my mind busy by adding rhythm in there. So you can try that. Even just going and moving it around, and then just moving it around. Goes off by one. So it's a good exercise because then when your fingers stay within that stretch, you have no excuse to mess up, even though I did. All right, and then the measure 3 and 4, exactly like the beginning, except the last line you have. If you look at it, the last two measures, I'm looking at the second last measure, you have, and then it has a rest on top, which is actually a dampen. We talked about dampening. So I can kill some of my strings with this hand by just releasing the tension, but it's still on the string. But you hear that tiny bit still ringing. If you want to get rid of all of it again, my thumb is covering the bottom strings. My fingers are actually the if I didn't cover it, you can hear it with the microphone a lot. So, and then so you have. Then this is the 12th fret, 4th string. You push down, and that is a rest stroke with your thumb. So rest stroke with your thumb, just push down. So I'm gonna go through the whole thing. Try that again. So this. And on the last one, you're gonna have to put your fingers back over here on top of the treble strings to keep anything from ringing. And then you saw as I put my thumb in between 5 and 6 to keep those from ringing. So. That's a good one.